Hi students, let us see today the nth roots of a complex number. Now let us assume z is any complex number and omega is another complex number which is assumed as the nth root of this complex number z. Means it is denoted by omega is equal to z power 1 by n, or else you can say omega power n is equal to z. Okay, now if it is like this, omega is equal to z power 1 by n, we can say that omega is the nth root of the complex number z. If it is like this, while raising to the power n on both sides, we can get omega power n is equal to z, we can see. Okay, now let us see how to find this omega value, how to find this omega based on this one. Okay, see here, let omega be the nth root of a complex number z. This omega is also a complex number. Then omega is equal to z power 1 by n, we can write here omega power n is equal to z. This can be rewritten like this. Now our aim is to find this omega value. Since omega is a complex number, if you express these things in terms of a polar form, it is very easy to find the nth roots of the complex number. Therefore, let us assume let omega is equal to rho into cos pi plus I sin pi, we can say. So we have written this in which form? Polar form. Okay, now it's a modulus is what rho only. Okay, now this is omega. Now after that we know very well z is another complex number. Z is another complex number which is in standard form is r into cos theta plus I sin theta, we can say. Now which is equal to r into this cos theta is what principal value. If you consider as principal value, then you can get out only one value, but you are going to find out the general value. Means we can take all possible values for theta. This can be written as cos of theta plus 2k pi plus I sin of theta plus 2k pi. That we can write. Okay. Now this is which value? Z value. Now we know very well omega is equal to z power 1 by n, or you can say omega power n is equal to z. Here you can take this as equation number 1. Now we are going to write equation number 1 as left hand side omega power z. This is omega. This we are raised to the power n. That is rho into cos pi plus I sin pi whole power n, this value omega power n, then which is equal to z. Z is equal to, we have written r into cos of theta plus 2k pi plus I sin of theta plus 2k pi. Now we have written these things. Okay. Now here you can apply this power inside. Here this rho into this AB whole power n means A power n into B power n we can write. Therefore here you can write this is rho power n into, here we can apply De Moivre's theorem directly. Therefore you can write here cos n pi plus I sin n pi. We applied De Moivre's theorem here, which is equal to r into, again you write cos of theta plus 2k pi plus I sin of theta plus 2k pi. Now here this is one complex number, this is another complex number. These two complex numbers are equal, means definitely their modulus value will be equal, their magnitude will be equal. Here modulus of this complex number is rho power n, modulus of this complex number is r. Therefore by equating all those things we can get this implies, we can say rho power n is equal to r. Rho power n is equal to their modulus values are equal. From this you can write rho is equal to r power 1 by n. We are taking nth root for this one. P rho power n is equal to r means we can say rho equal to r power 1 by n. Likewise, you can equate the real part. The real part here cos n pi equal to cos of theta plus n pi. Therefore, if these two are equal, definitely these angles must be equal. Therefore, we can say n pi and we can say n pi is equal to theta plus 2k pi. From this, the pi value is equal to theta plus 2k pi by n we can write. By n we can write. Now, these two values, rho is equal to r power 1 by n and pi is equal to theta plus 2k pi by n. These things can be replaced here. Because W is equal to what? Rho into cos pi plus I sin pi. Now we are going to replace here. Therefore, we are going to replace this rho value and the pi value in this omega. Which is equal to rho is equal to r power 1 by n into cos of this pi is equal to theta plus 2k pi by n plus I sin of theta plus 2k pi by n. Now, this is called the nth roots of the complex number. Here, for these two values, here the values of k are starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. n minus 1. Suppose the k value is equal to n plus 1 or n plus 2. N plus 2 like etc. Again, only these values will be repeated. When k equal to n, you will be getting 0. K equal to n plus 1, you will be getting 1. K equal to n plus 2 means you will be getting 2. Only these values will be repeated. Therefore, whatever be the value of this n, you can take k always 0 to what n minus 1. Suppose here n is equal to 5 means k you can take as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because n equal to 5 means you can take k value till n minus 1. N minus 1 means what? 5 minus 1 equal to 4. Suppose k n value equal to 15 means k equal to 0 to 14 you can get. Likewise, you can take these values. Whatever the value is. Now let us see the exponential form of this n roots of unity. We know whenever cos theta plus I sin theta equal to e power I theta. I into the argument. Here the argument is theta plus 2k pi by n. Therefore, here this double omega is equal to z power 1 by n, which is equal to, now this can be written as r power 1 by n, r power 1 by n into e power I into this theta. Theta is theta plus 2k pi by n. Therefore, its a modulus value is equal to r power 1 by n only, which is equal to nth root of r. Now, if you take, there are how many values? N values, n roots for this complex number set. Those values can be taken as omega power 0 and omega power 1 and omega power 2, etc. Omega power n minus 1. Omega power n, because these are k values. If k equal to 0, you can get omega power 0. If k equal to 1, omega power 1, k equal to 2, omega power 2, k equal to n minus 1 means you can get omega power n minus 1. Now there are n values. These n values of the complex number lie on the circumference of the circle whose modulus is nothing but r power 1 by n. This is nothing but r power. This is the what? A circle whose radius is r power 1 by n. All these n values will lie on the circumference of the circle. This is omega power 0. This can always be taken as 1. Omega power 0 is equal to 1. Then omega power 1. Then omega power 2, omega power 3, etc. like that. We can get omega power n minus 1 is the last value. Now all these complex numbers are equally spaced. Look at this one. These angles will always be equal. Now how do you find that value? For that only, this entire angle is 2 pi radians. 2 pi radians, 360 degree. Now this you are going to divide by n. Because there are n roots are there. Therefore, if you divide by n, you can get the argument, that is the angle between these two consecutive, between this and this, between this and this. All these arguments are equally spaced. are equally spaced. This is 30 degree, this also 30, this also 30, this also. Each and every one will be 30. Therefore, we can say if you join all these things, if you join all these complex numbers, then you can get a regular polygon. You can get a n-sided regular polygon. What do you mean by polygon? Polygon is a closed figure with a minimum of 3 sides. Okay. See, if you can say this is what a polygon. Yes, it is a polygon. What do you mean regular polygon? Regular polygon means all the sides must be equal. This 2 cm means this will be 2 cm, this will be 2. All the sides will be equal. Likewise, if you join these vertices, you can get a polygon which is inscribed in the circle. Now this polygon will have how many sides? N sides, because we are going to find out n roots. Now this will be a n-sided regular polygon. Suppose there are 3 roots, means you can get a 3-sided regular polygon triangle. If there are 4 roots, you can get a 4-sided regular polygon square. Likewise, we can find out the polygons. Okay. Now here, if the radius is 1, we can call it as a unit circle. That we will see in the next class how to find this one. Okay. Now let us do few problems regarding this nth root of a complex number. Now let us see the steps to find the nth roots of the complex number is z. The first one is whatever be the complex number, write this z in the polar form. Then second step, with this argument I have to add 2k pi. That is add 2k pi with the argument theta. Now third one, apply De Moivre's theorem. Then after that just write values of k as 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. n minus 1 to get the n roots. Therefore, these are the 4 steps you have to follow to find the nth roots of a complex number is z. Example 2.35. Find all cube roots of root 3 plus I. Not to find the cube root of this complex number. Therefore, we can write this as, first we can take let z is equal to cube root of this one, that is root 3 plus I whole power 1 by 3. Now, first of all, I have to convert this into which form? Polar form. Therefore, again, let root 3 plus I be r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Here, r is nothing but modulus z. R is equal to modulus z, which is equal to root of root 3 square 3 plus 1 square 1, which is equal to 2. Now r is equal to 2, modulus value equal to 2. Then we can find alpha. Therefore, alpha is equal to tan inverse of imaginary part by real part. Now equal to tan inverse of imaginary part is 1 by root 3. Now 1 by root 3 is nothing but pi by 6. Alpha equal to pi by 6. Now this root 3 plus I. Root 3 plus I means root 3 comma 1. Both are positive. Lies in first quadrant. Lies in first quadrant. Therefore, we can say theta is equal to alpha. That is theta is equal to pi by 6 you can write. Now we got all these values. Then after that we can rewrite this one. Therefore root 3 plus I equal to R value is 2. 2 into cos theta. Theta equal to pi by 6. Cos pi by 6 plus I sin pi by 6. Now we have converted the given complex number into polar form. Therefore, we can write z is equal to root 3 plus I whole power 1 by 3. Root 3 plus I value is this one. 2 into cos pi by 6 plus I sin pi by 6 whole power 1 by 3. Whole power 1 by 3. Now this whole power 1 by 3 is common for both this 2 and this complex number. Therefore, this you can write 2 power 1 by 3 into. Here you can write with this theta as per the procedure. First you have to convert it into polar form. Then you have to add 2k pi to the argument. Therefore, you can write a cos of pi by 6 plus 2k pi, then plus I sin pi by 6 plus 2k pi whole power 1 by 3. Whole power 1 by 3 you can write. Now which is equal to 2 power 1 by 3 into, so you can take LCM for these two. You can write cos of pi plus 12k pi. You can write pi plus 12k pi by 6 plus I sin, again the same thing, pi plus 12k pi by 6. Now whole power 1 by 3. After writing these things, you can apply De Moivre's theorem. Applying De Moivre's is nothing but you have to multiply this power 1 by 3 with this argument. Therefore, you will be getting 2 power 1 by 3 into cos of pi plus 12k pi by 6 into 1 by 3 means 6 into 3, 18 you can write. Then plus I sin of pi plus 12k pi by 18. Now that's all. Now this equal to z. Now here for different values of k, what are the values k can take means here you can write where k is equal to, here n value, here n value is 3. Therefore k can take only 3 values 0, 1, 2 because k equal to 0 etc. n minus 1, n equal to 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, therefore you can stop with this 2. Now after we have to replace the value for k as 0, 1, for k as 0, 1, 2, therefore you can take k values 0, 1, 2. Then we are finding corresponding z value. Now instead of writing this lengthy form, I have written in abbreviated form as cis form. 2 power 1 by 3 into this cos theta plus I sin theta can be written as cis theta. Therefore, cis theta is pi plus 12k pi by 18. Therefore, when k equal to 0, you can write z is equal to, k equal to 0 means this term will come, you can write pi by 18. That is 2 power 1 by 3 into cis pi by 18. K equal to 0 means this term alone will become 0, you get pi by 18. Next, k equal to 1 means z is equal to 2 power 1 by 3 will come as s. If you put k equal to 1, here 12 pi plus pi 13 pi, 13 pi by 8, that is cis 13 pi by 18. Next you put k equal to 2 means, k equal to 2 means 24 pi plus pi, 25 pi, 2 power 1 by 3 into cis 25 pi by 18. Likewise, these values you do not calculate, just you substitute, because when you find standard values pi by 3, pi by 2, pi by 6, like that means it is better to find its value. Now here you need not, therefore you need these 3 values. Now these are the 3 roots of the complex number, root 3 plus I. That's all. See, before seeing the next problem, it is better to remember these important polar forms. See here, this 1 can be written in the polar form as cos 0 plus I sin 0, because this 1 can be written as in the standard form, rectangular form, 1 plus I 0. Here cos 0 equal to 1, sin 0 equal to 0. Therefore, corresponding polar form of the complex number 1 is cos 0 plus I sin 0. Similarly, minus 1 can be written as minus 1 plus I 0 means cos pi value minus 1, sin pi value 0. Therefore, polar form of minus 1 is cos pi plus I sin pi. Now, I means you can write 0 plus 1i. Real part is 0, imaginary part is 1 means you can write cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 0, sin pi by 2 is 1. Likewise, minus I means 0 plus of minus 1 into I we can rewrite. Now, cos of minus pi by 2 or multiples of pi is always 0. Then sin of minus theta equal to minus sin theta. Therefore, minus sin pi by 2 equal to minus 1. Therefore, it is better to remember these 4 important polar forms to do the next problems. Next, this is problem number 5, given the page 92. Solve the equation z cube plus 27 equal to 0. Now here we can write given z cube plus 27 equal to 0 means it is a cubic equation, hence z will have 3 values. Therefore, how we solve this? So this can be done as z cube is equal to minus 27. Z cube equal to minus 27. Now this can be written as 27 into minus 1. Z cube equal to this minus 27 can be 27 into minus 1. Therefore, we can write z is equal to 27 into minus 1 whole power 1 by 3. We are taking cube root. Now this is ab whole power n means a power n into b power we can write. Therefore, we can write 27 power 1 by 3 into minus 1 power 1 by 3 we can write. Okay, now listen here. Here this cube root of 27 is nothing but 3. This minus 1 power 1 by 3, we have to rewrite this minus 1 in polar form. Therefore, polar form of minus 1 is cos pi plus I sin pi whole power 1 by 3. Now simultaneously I have converted this into the polar form. After converting this polar form, I have to add 2k pi with this argument. Therefore, which is equal to, we can write, which is equal to 3 into, we can use a cis form also. Therefore, you can write cis theta is what, pi. With this pi, we have to add 2k pi. Then 2k pi whole power 1 by 3. Whole power 1 by 3. Now, after that, this cannot be added. Therefore, keep this as it. Then apply De Moivre's theorem. That is 3 into cis pi plus 2k pi by 3 you can write. Okay. Now here k value k equal to 0, 1, 2 only, because here n equal to 3. Therefore, you can get only 3 values. Now after that, by putting k equal to 0, 1, 2, we can find the corresponding values. For that, we can tabulate k value. This is 0, 1, then what, 2. Here z is equal to 3 into cis pi plus 2k pi by 3. Now, if you put z is k equal to 0, this you can get is equal to 3 times cis. K equal to 0 means you can get pi by 3. Pi by 3. See, pi by 3 means 60 degrees standard angle. Therefore, this value can be easily found. Therefore, this can be written as equal to 3 into, this means what? Cos pi by 3. Cos 60. Cos 60 value is 1 by 2 plus I into sin 60 is nothing but root 3 by 2. Like this you can write. Okay, then here we can come for this one 3 into, if you put k equal to 1, we can get 2 pi plus 1. 3 pi by 3 you can get pi only. Pi only. Therefore, is equal to 3 into, this is actually cos pi plus I sin pi. Cos pi value is minus 1 plus I sin pi is 0. Therefore, you can get minus 3. After that, for this one, k equal to 2 means cis. 2 means 2 2s are 4. 4 pi plus pi. You can write a 5 pi by 3. 5 pi by 3. That is a 5 pi by 3 means pi by 3 equal to 60 degree. Pi by 3 equal to 60. 5 into 60 you can get 300. 5 into 60 you can get a 300. Now we have to find a cos 300. This 300 can be written as 360 minus 60. 360 minus 60. Therefore, cos of 360 minus 60 is equal to cos of 360 is even multiple means you can get this 360 minus 60 lies in the fourth quadrant. Therefore, you can get cos 60 degree because cos of 360 minus 60 lies 360 minus 60 lies in the fourth quadrant. Cos is positive, therefore cos 60. The cos 60 value is again 1 by 2. 3 into 1 by 2. Then next you have to find sin this one. Sin of 360 minus 60 is equal to minus sin 60. Why means this rise in the fourth quadrant means sin will be negative. Minus sin 60 means minus I root 3 by 2. Likewise, we can find all the three values for this complex number, for this equation z cube plus 27